Yesterday, when a respected sister called from Oman asking about giving zakatul mal to organizations that distribute rations to the needy. So I explained one thing, and I got a feedback and a comment from one of the viewers, which urges me to clarify this whole thing about paying the zakah in ration instead of giving it in cash. Number one, we differentiate between an individual like myself who is paying his or her zakah. The vast majority of the Muslim jurists, Imam Shafi'i, Imam Malik, Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal, are of the view that you should pay it as the Almighty Allah commanded. The zakah on gold and silver and cash is of the same type. Zakatul fitri is of food, then it should be given in food. You do not change from money to food, nor from food to money. You stick to what is prescribed. So in Zakatul Fitr, by the end of Ramadan, you should give it in food. Rice, barley, wheat, beans, lentil, صاع من تمر أو صاع من شعير أو صاع من زبيب, dates, raisin. And this is again the opinion of the vast majority of the Muslim jurists. And when you have £1 million, you pay 25,000 cash. You don't buy blankets, or because you have a factory that produces fans or refrigerators, you say, I'm giving the poor whatever I produce. No, it must be given in cash. This is the opinion of the vast majority of the Muslim jurists. According to Imam Abu Hanifa, may Allah have mercy on him, he said it is permissible to give the value. So ration is permissible, even if you are an individual, based on what is more beneficial for the poor. Shaykh al-Islam ibn Taymiyyah, may Allah have mercy on him, has delivered the best and the most moderate view in this regard. He said that if there is a need or a necessity, it is okay, which solves this problem. It is okay to do what? When we visit the refugee camps, the sister asked, this is a question I received on my Facebook page. When we visit the refugee camps, it breaks my heart. And several times I attempted to take cash and give it to the people who are living in tents. But I was forbidden. There are rules and regulations. Everybody is treated according to their needs, number of family members, medical needs, and so on. So they said, not because you hear a story from here or there, you give cash. We have a list of names. We buy them the food, we buy them the drink, we buy them the medication, we pay for their utilities, we set their tents. So in this case, paying money to an organization which will distribute the rations upon those who are eligible is definitely permissible. Is definitely permissible. And if you remember yesterday, I said there is another example. If you know a guy whom if you give him 1,000, right away he will buy tobacco, maybe he will drink, you know. So what you do is you buy him necessary food, or you pay for his kids' tuitions, school tuitions. All of that is permissible. So generally speaking, if there is no need, if there is no emergency, if there is no necessity, I'm supposed to pay the zakah on my cash, investment, trade, and saving, stock market shares, in cash. If there is a need, like refugees in their camps, certain people, their family father is wasteful. So if I give him cash, he will be wasted and he will not buy food for his family members who are starving. So I buy the food for them with the same value if I was going to give them 2,500, 3,000. So I went and I bought the lentil, the rice, and all of that, because I know that in this case he cannot take the food away from his kids to sell it to buy tobacco or cigarettes or wine. This is also permissible. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala teach us His deen and enable us to comprehend His message.